Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Voice of Diary. Today you're going to relate the story with your real life. This is everyone's dream to build a new house with his own. So today's story is based on that. So without losing any time, let's start the story and put on your earphones for better experience. You are listening to the Voice of Diary. I, 29M, work in commercial HVAC sales. Not flashy, but solid money if you grind. I've always been the disciplined one, budget spreadsheets, 5-year plans, delayed gratification. My girlfriend, 27F, was the dreamer. Big ideas, Pinterest boards, vision statements taped to the fridge. We balanced each other, or at least that's what I thought. The dream house started as a joke. We drive past this new development on the edge of town. Clean sidewalks, white siding, black shutters, little trees trying their best to look mature. She'd squeeze my hand and say, one day. I'd say, 2 years if commissions keep climbing. And they did. 2 years of 60-hour weeks. I skipped trips, drove the same truck, ate leftovers. Every quarterly bonus went straight into a separate account labeled house. By last fall, I had $100,000 sitting there. Clean, documented, seasoned for underwriting. She knew every number. We toured one of the homes in that development on a Saturday. Open floor plan, big windows, unfinished basement I planned to turn into a gym. She walked into the kitchen and said, "This is where our kids will do homework." That word, our. We sat with the builder's lender the following week to discuss pre-approval. Standard stuff. Income, debt-to-income ratio, credit scores. Mine was 782. Hers was 701. Combined, we were strong. Or so I thought. 3 days later, she came home buzzing. "Good news," she said. I submitted the application. I blinked. We didn't finish reviewing the paperwork. "It's fine. I handled it." Something in her tone was final, like a decision had already been made. I asked to see the confirmation email. She hesitated. Tiny pause. Then she handed me her phone. Borrower, her name only. Income, her income only. Down payment source, personal savings. I stared at it longer than I should have. Why is my name not on this? She crossed her arms. Defensive instantly. Because it's cleaner. Cleaner how? You travel for work. Commission-based income complicates underwriting. I qualify alone. That's not what the lender said. She exhaled sharply. Why are you making this a thing? It's still our house. Our house. Her name. And $100,000? I asked. We'll just transfer it to me before closing. Just transfer it to me. I felt something shift in the room. I said carefully, if my money goes into the down payment, I'm on the title. She rolled her eyes. You don't trust me? There it was. The pivot. Make it about trust instead of structure. I didn't budge. It's not about trust. It's about ownership. She went quiet, then cold. My dad thinks it's smarter this way. Her dad. That explained the sudden confidence. Her dad runs a small property management company. He likes to remind people he's self-made. First time we met, he asked me what I'd do if the market tanked. I said I'd adjust. He smirked. A week later, she invited me to dinner at her parents' house. Ambush. Her dad had printouts ready. We ran numbers, he said. If you're not married, co-ownership creates legal messes. If things go south, she's protected. Protected. From me. I asked him calmly, protected from what? He leaned back. From instability. My jaw tightened. I've never missed a payment in my life. Her mom chimed in softly. It's just smart planning. I looked at my girlfriend. She didn't meet my eyes. I said, if I put in 6 figures and I'm not on the deed, I have 0 legal claim. Her dad shrugged. You're dating my daughter. If you're serious, marriage solves that. There it was. Leverage. Use my money now. Marriage later, maybe. I stood up. Then we wait until we're married. My girlfriend snapped. Why are you being so dramatic? Dramatic. That night we fought for hours. You're acting like I'm trying to steal from you, she said. If I wired you $100,000 and we broke up next year, what protection do I have? We're not breaking up. That's not the question. She refused to answer it. Over the next 2 weeks, things escalated in subtle ways. She started pressuring me about timelines. The builder won't hold the lot. Rates are going up. You're costing us equity. Then she tried a softer tactic. I've already told people, she said one night. I've posted about it. Posted. On social media, she had shared a photo of the house with a caption. So proud to say, I just got approved for our first home. Our first home. Comments flooded in congratulating her. Not us. Her. I confronted her. Why would you post that? She shrugged. It's happening. Not if I don't fund it. That's when the dirty tricks started. She called the builder and told them the down payment funds were in transfer. I hadn't transferred anything. She emailed the lender asking about gift fund documentation, meaning she was planning to classify my $100,000 as a gift. Gifts for down payments are allowed under U.S. mortgage guidelines, but they require a signed gift letter stating no repayment is expected. No repayment. Permanent. I found a draft gift letter on her laptop. My name typed under donor. That was the moment everything crystallized. This wasn't miscommunication. This was strategy. I didn't yell. I didn't threaten. I called a real estate attorney the next morning. He confirmed what I already knew. If I transferred funds as a gift and the property closed in her name only, I'd have no ownership interest. Period. Not unless there was a written agreement creating a secured interest or co-ownership before closing. He suggested 2 options. Be on the deed and mortgage. Draft a legally binding cohabitation agreement and record a lien securing my contribution. Without that, I was donating. I went home and laid it out calmly. I spoke with an attorney. Her face hardened instantly. You went behind my back? No. I protected myself. I explained the lien option, the co-ownership agreement. She refused both. If you don't trust me enough to give it as a gift, maybe we shouldn't be buying a house, she said. I looked at her for a long time. You're right, I said. She smiled slightly, thinking she'd won. We shouldn't. I withdrew my pre-approval documents the next morning and emailed the lender clarifying I was not gifting any funds and had not authorized use of my financial information. I attached proof. The lender responded quickly. They cannot proceed with unverifiable funds. The file stalled. Her dad called me within hours. You're sabotaging her. No, I said. I'm refusing to finance something I don't own. He tried intimidation. You're making a mistake. My daughter will remember this. I hope she does. 2 days later, she came home furious. They canceled the lot hold. Do you feel good? I feel accurate. Then she said something that changed everything. I don't need your money. My dad said he'll co-sign and cover the difference. Cover the difference. So I asked the obvious question. If he's covering the difference, why did you need mine? Silence. Because my $100,000 lowered her loan-to-value ratio. Better rate. Less risk for her. I wasn't a partner. I was leverage. That night, I moved my house fund into a separate account at a different bank. I updated beneficiaries. I locked everything down. She tried one last angle. Tears. We've been together 4 years. You're throwing it away over paperwork. I answered quietly, no. I'm walking away because you tried to turn me into paperwork. We broke up that week. But here's the part she didn't expect. 3 months later, the market shifted slightly. Builder incentives came back. Rates dipped. I bought in the same development. Alone. Different lot. Better backyard. Negotiated hard. This time, my name was the only one on the application. At closing, I signed every document slowly. Deed recorded in my name. Clear. Word got around. She found out through mutual friends. She texted, petty. I replied once. Prepared. Her dad never called again. 6 months after that, I heard through the grapevine that her purchase fell through. Her dad didn't want to tie up liquidity. Without my $100,000, her debt-to-income ratio pushed limits. The numbers didn't work. The house she posted sold to someone else. Sometimes revenge isn't loud. Sometimes it's just letting people face the math. I still walk past the kitchen island every morning. Sunlight hits the counter around 8:15. No one's name, but mine is on the deed. If there's a takeaway here, it's simple. Love doesn't override paperwork. And trust without structure is just risk wearing a smile. If you want more stories where entitlement meets documentation and loses, you know what to do. Subscribe. I promise the contracts will always be reviewed. This is the Voice of Diary, signing off.